Burns leaped from an airplane seeking thrills, but he passed out the moment he jumped, and the parachute pack slipped off his body. Smithers saw this and became extremely worried. He jumped after him and grabbed Burns in his arms, but he couldn't hold on tight enough. When Burns woke up, he claimed the successful landing was all thanks to himself. He even questioned why Smithers was always at his feet. Smithers apologized and said he would save him in a more discreet way next time. He said he thought he was going to die during the fall. He thought he would never get to say what was truly in his heart. Just as he was about to confess, Burns interrupted him. Smithers failed to confess his feelings. Disappointed, he returned to the nuclear power plant singing a song about love. His wall was covered with various photos of Burns. Smithers walked past the break room and saw Homer and two others playing a game. He immediately ordered them to get out. He assigned them to do a complete maintenance check on the turbine. Lenny said he had never done anything like that before.
Lots of us never get to do things.
Yeah, we know. We heard your song.
The group was working on the machine. The secretary came over to check on their progress. They opened up the machine. Smithers ordered them to pick up the parts and fix it, and tighten the screws. Carl realized that whenever Smithers was unhappy, he would take it out on them. Lenny suggested finding him a woman, and then have that woman help him find a man. So the group went to a bar to discuss the plan. Homer suggested using a gay dating app to find him a boyfriend. Carl said the secretary was in love with Burns, wasn't he? Mo said, but Burns didn't love him back. He walked over to Marge and said this was a very sad situation. He was deeply in love with someone. She was sitting right there at the bar, but was already married to Homer. Marge said that was why she usually didn't come to the bar. Marge said they needed to find Smithers a boyfriend quickly. Homer searched for candidates on his phone. Marge suggested inviting all these people to a party, and let Smithers choose. Homer threw a party at his house. When Smithers arrived, Homer immediately introduced him to a guy. Smithers saw through what Homer was doing, trying to win him over. He said, not a chance. Then he went to the bar and ordered a drink. The bartender thought Smithers had too much tension in his neck. He gave him a massage.
Wow!
The bartender invited him to dinner. Smithers left with the bartender and gave Homer 3 days off. He started ignoring Burns' demands. The next day, Smithers walked into the office happily. Burns said he wanted to dictate his autobiography, but Smithers said he already had other plans. Burns wouldn't allow him to have other commitments and told him to take his photo. He refused and submitted his resignation. Burns wouldn't let him leave. He pressed a button to trigger a trap, but Smithers easily dodged it. Burns hired a new secretary. Lenny wanted to request time off. Burns told the secretary to close the door and release the hounds. The female secretary was afraid she would be held criminally liable. The female secretary said she wanted to see how Burns treated those dogs. Meanwhile, Smithers and his date went to a restaurant for dinner. The man asked him what he saw in Burns.